This is for you, all you brewmeisters. Hey, it's Gail from Seattle Coffee Gear, and we are going to do a little crew review of the Breville Precision Brewer. This is the latest brewer, as in, well, I was going to say drip, but it does more than just drip. In the past, you've had machines that, you know, they made coffee, but they didn't do so hot. Well, why did they not do such a hot job? Temperature was not right. Immersion wasn't right. Just dumped, you know, right into your pot, and who knows what the carafe or the heating plate kept it at. Did it torch it? Did it not torch it? The machines that are SCAA approved have all gone through their testing, and they make the coffee at the right temperature, and they do it the best that you can. This machine is no exception. This one controls the temperature of the coffee, 198 to 205, so it's always going to be the right temperature. And it has a lot of other features going on as well. Let me just kind of give you an overbrief of what this machine will do. This machine has a menu in it right here. And as a part of that control that I was talking about, if it's up here on fast, it knows that you're going to brew a little bit faster, maybe a half a pot or something like that. It'll slow it down a little bit to give you the right consistency of your coffee. Gold, that's the gold standard I was talking about, 198 to 205 according to SCAA. It's rated for that. Strong, if you like it a little stronger, it will automatically compensate if you have it on strong, slow it down to get the most that you can out of the grounds. Over ice, it also, if you have it on over ice, it knows that you're going to take whatever coffee is in this carafe and you're going to pour it over ice, and you probably want it a little stronger for that to compensate for the ice cubes and the half and half, like I put in there, half and half, right? And my brew, now you can customize this for, you can get in here and customize it for bloom time, does a pre-infusion, brew time, flow rate, and pour over. It doesn't get much better than that. It does everything for you. That's my brew. You can customize that one. Cold brew, this also does cold brew. The typical cold brew like you would make in a whole nother separate container. This one does it too. You put the water in here, put the carafe down here, put the right proportions of coffee in there and water, and it will put the cold water down into the coffee, and you can program how many hours that you want it to sit for, and then it releases it down into your pot. Now you got your cold brew all set for you. It also has the settings where you can get in there and do the clock, so you can have it come on automatically in the morning. If you got the water in here, you got your filter, whatever filter you've put in, you want it to come on at 8 o'clock, program it for 8 o'clock in the morning, put auto, and then push start, and at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's going to brew whatever you have in there and do it for you. And this is going to be hot coffee, not the cold brew or anything like that. We already went through the cold brew. It does one other thing, which no other pot does that well, this already does things that other pots don't do. Take this out, put your V60 up in here, put a cup under here, maybe your travel mug or whatever. You can do a V60, it'll do a pour over. No other pot does that. So that's why this pot is going to stand up at a different level of others and just do, not a level, it's a different, it just has more features, let's put it that way. The other thing is if you have a travel mug and put it under here, it will actually hold the coffee longer in the filter and then release it because you're doing a smaller amount. It has to be under the 4 cup down here, and the machine knows if you only have 4 cups, it knows to hold it back so that it will brew properly. Whew. I'm done, almost. You see we have different filters here. It comes with all the gold tone, it comes with the gold tone, it comes with the cone, and then the paper is another, this is actually for cold brewing. This one is for larger amounts of coffee if you're doing a whole pot or even a half a pot, and this is for smaller amounts. They find that the cone does a better job with smaller amounts of coffee. So what do we do next? I have some coffee back there from Espresso Republic, LA Traffic blend. We've ground it up. It's all ready to go. We're going to do a full 60 ounces, and this is a 60 ounce maker, and I'm going to time it. and see how long it takes, because Breville says it does it pretty fast. Okay, so we brewed a whole 60 ounces, which is the maximum that it's capable of, and we timed it. It took 10.5 minutes. However, Breville says it's supposed to take around 8. We looked at our grounds, and maybe we ground it a little too fine. But I guess it's all in the taste test, isn't it? Let's see what it tastes like. Nice. Smells delightful. Very good. Yeah, that's very good. I just dribbled on the countertop. Yeah, that's very good. We looked at the grounds after it was done, and you'll see that the grounds were very level and well saturated. That we consider to be a pro. That's a pro with this machine. Other pros, the different types of brewing that it will do. Cold brew, fast, slow. You can change the immersion, all that kind of stuff, and as well as a pour over. So it's very versatile when it comes to that. What's the con? It's kind of on the large side. The height is 15 3/4 inches tall. That was my only complaint about this machine, was it took up a fair amount of space when I took it home to play around with it in my kitchen. So another pro is stainless steel casing, like all of the Breville appliances. So if you have other stuff in your kitchen, it'll match up with that. But pros, does a lot of different stuff. Cons, it's a little bit on the tall side. So leave some comments down below if you happen to have already purchased this machine. Although it's so new to the market, I doubt that you've had hardly a chance. But comments anyway, if you have. Let us know your thoughts. And just keep in touch. In other words, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Cheers.